Good morning everyone. Today I am here with my next video on My Grandmother's House by Kamala Das. In this video I will cover all the question and answers and reference to context questions based on this chapter. Let us quickly read the poem My Grandmother's House by Kamala Das. There is a house now far away where once I received love. That woman died. The house withdrew into silence. Snakes moved among books. I was then too young to read. And my blood turned cold like the moon. How often I think of going there to peer through blind eyes of windows or just listen to the frozen air, or in wild despair pick an armful of darkness to bring it here to lie behind my bedroom drawer like a brooding dog. You cannot believe, darling, can you, that I lived in such a house and was proud and loved? I, who have lost my way and beg now at strangers' doors to receive love, at least in small change. Let us see the question and answers. A part, answer these questions. Question 1. What happened to the house after the poet's grandmother died? The answer is, after the poet's grandmother died, the house withdrew into silence and darkness. Question 2. Why is the air in the grandmother's house described as frozen? Answer is, the air in the grandmother's house is described as frozen because it is cold in the house as it has been shut and uninhabited for years. Uninhabited means no one lives there. Question 3. Why does the poet want to go back to her grandmother's house? Answer is, the poet wants to go back to her grandmother's house to peer through its dark windows, listen to the silence, and in despair bring some of its essence with her to her current home. Current home means the home where she lives presently. Question 4. How is the poet's present different from the past? The answer is, while in the past, the poet lived in a house where she was proud and was loved unconditionally by her grandmother. At present, she has a feeling of loneliness. She begs at strangers' doors for a little love and acceptance. She yearns for unconditional love like that her grandmother bestowed on her. Question 5. The poet beautifully conveys the loss the granddaughter feels after the death of her grandmother. Pick out the words from the poem which conveys the loss. The answer is, some words from the poem which conveys the granddaughter's loss are, that woman died, the house withdrew into silence, my blood turned cold like the moon, or in wild despair. Let us now see the reference to context questions. The first extract is, the house withdrew into silence, snakes moved among books, I was then too young to read. Question A. Which house is being described in these lines? The answer is, the poet's grandmother's house is being described in these lines. Question B. Describe the house as it is now. The house is in darkness, cold, uninhabited now. It has withdrawn into silence. The air is cold. The windows are dusty and dark. Snakes crawl among the bookshelves. Question C. Why was the poet not able to read the books then? The poet was not able to read the books because she was too young to read them then. Second extract is, I who have lost my way and beg now at strangers' doors to receive love, at least in small change. Question A is, what does the poet think of herself in these lines? The poet thinks of herself as a beggar in these lines. Question B, what is she begging for? The poet is begging for unconditional love. Question C, what does she mean by small change? Answer C is, by small change, the poet means small quantities or measures. Here in this poem, she yearns for little love. If you have still not subscribed my channel, please subscribe, press the bell icon for the latest notifications. In case of any problems or any inquiry, please put your questions in my comment section. Do take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.